Look around you. We live in an era of unprecedented comfort, yet we are the most anxious, dissatisfied generation in history. Why? Because we have traded our sovereignty for sensation. You think you are choosing to pursue that person, to scroll through those images, or to obsess over a body. You aren't. You are being led by the nose like an ox to the slaughter. Stoicism isn't about being a robot. It's about realizing that lust is a fever. When you are in it, you are mentally ill. You are hallucinating value where there is only biology. Think of the man who has everything, the money, the status, the looks. Why is he still miserable? Because he is a king who has allowed a common beggar to sit on his throne. Contrast that with the Stoic who has nothing, yet cannot be shaken. The difference isn't their bank account, it's their emotional attachment to things they cannot control. You feel empty after the act. That post-nut clarity isn't just a meme. It is your soul momentarily waking up and realizing you just spent your life force on a shadow. You are lonely not because you lack a partner, but because you lack a self. Marcus Aurelius used a technique called physike, describing things for what they actually are, stripping away the glamour. To defeat lust, we must deconstruct it. It is a specific arrangement of skin, fat, and bone. It is a friction of nerves and a brief convulsion. When you fall to lust, you are falling for a marketing campaign run by your DNA. Your DNA doesn't care about your happiness, your career, or your peace of mind. It only cares about replication. If you cannot look at someone you are attracted to and see a bag of biological fluids and decaying cells, you are a victim of your own imagination. Lust is a hallucination. You are in love with a projection, not a person. You have attached your good to a body that will wrinkle, sag, and eventually rot. How can you call yourself free if your mood depends on the movement of someone else's muscles? We fall to lust because we confuse intensity with intimacy. You remember a past lover. You feel that ache in your chest. You think, I'll never find that again. That is a lie. What you are experiencing is an addiction withdrawal. Your brain is craving the dopamine spike, and it's using love as a mask. Think of the last time you were desperate for someone. You stayed up late. You checked your phone every 3 minutes. You lost your appetite. Was that love? No. That was slavery. You were a hostage to an external variable. Look at the players or those who jump from bed to bed. They aren't winners. They are like people who drink salt water to quench their thirst. The more they indulge, the thirstier they get. They are trapped in a loop of hedonic adaptation. They require more extreme stimuli just to feel normal. They have lost the ability to enjoy a sunset because they've fried their receptors on the altar of lust. We don't need years of therapy. We need a shift in perspective. Next time you feel that pull, don't fight the feeling. Analyze it. Ask, what will I feel 10 minutes after I give in? Usually, it's regret, tiredness, or a loss of focus. Compare that to the feeling of discipline. Discipline tastes better than any skin ever could. If you can't say no to a sexual urge, you can't say no to anything. Start small. Take a cold shower. Fast for 16 hours. If you can control your hunger, you can control your loins. A person's body is an indifferent. It cannot make you a better or worse person. Only your proheresis, your reasoned choice, matters. When you prioritize lust, you are saying to the universe, I am not enough. I need this external body to be whole. That is the ultimate lie. Death is standing behind you right now. Do you want your final thought on this earth to be about a fleeting sensation? Do you want your legacy to be that of a man who was ruled by his genitals? Or do you want to be the person who looked the most powerful biological urge in the face and said, you have no power over me? When you stop being a slave to lust, the world changes. You start seeing people as humans, not objects. You regain hours of focus. Your anxiety vanishes because you no longer need anything from anyone today. When you see something that triggers your lust, a photo, a person, a thought, don't look away in fear. Look at it and say, "This is just a temporary arrangement of matter. It has no power to touch my character." Remember, lust is a fire that consumes the house it burns in. Do not let your body negotiate with your mind. The mind commands, the body obeys.